Hello, everybody. I'm Freddy Fazbear. Freddy? Yeah, I'm a Freddy that's pink. Freddy. I thought you were called Black Light Freddy too. Oh, who cares? I'm with Bonnie and Fante Freddy, and we just watched the first episode of Secret Invasion. Yep, Secret Invasion is now out, the third installment to Phase 5. And dang, we have a lot to talk about. So, of course, we're going to summarize and then theorize. But let's just give a slight information about what this thing is about, you know, without any spoilers. It's about Nick Fury, Hill, and Talos, and I guess others, infiltrating, discovering a Skrull invasion that is happening, and they're trying to stop it. Simple as that. So, now, you can go watch this because this is actually a Disney Plus original. Yep, the Disney Plus series are back. It's been a while. The last time we had one was She-Hulk, which was literally almost a year ago. I think it was, that one was in August, I think. So, let's start, ranking this. Well, not ranking, I meant summarizing this. So, spoilers for anyone. There's gonna be spoilers. Yeah, so just get out of the video and go watch Secret Invasion. And then come back and we'll summarize this. So it starts off with with the clip that actually was released a week ago or something. If you don't know, there was a clip that people found out by solving an RNG. It was basically the first 5 minutes of Secret Invasion, with the MCU intro title card actually being shortened. Yeah, they shortened the intro by a lot. They just went straight right off. No, don't write the infamous Marvel 1 minute long title card. It just shortens, which is very surprising. And right off the bat, we go off to Ross. Yeah, Agent Ross, who you may remember from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. That he is now officially underrun. Because Valentina put her there, and basically he's talking to someone. I think his name was Agent Prescott, and Agent Prescott tells him about him theorizing that Skrulls have been infiltrating the place because of some random attacks that have been happening in Colombia, Argentina, and I forgot the other place was. And this is when he talks about how 30 years ago, what the Skrulls finding Earth. And now, we're not exactly sure when this takes place, because the Disney Plus timeline says this takes place after Quantumania. Which means, who knows what, we're probably in like October 2026, or something. Which is kind of crazy. How did that even happen? Anyways, basically, they talk about how they want to get Nick Fury in this, and Ross talks about how he's in Saber. So yeah, basically Saber is that place that we saw in Spider-Man Far From Home. You remember in the post-credit scene, we're in a Talos and his wife Soren, who is actually, we later find out, dead, which you should know. What was it? Yeah, dead. Was helping Spider-Man, besides Peter Parker, with the glasses and stuff. And while Nick Fury was in that space station that we saw in the post-credit scene, which we now know is Saber. And he's basically just been there ever since. And then Prescott gives him some type of thing. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it had something that will probably, as he said, set the world afire. So, he said he was going to give this to Fury, and then Prescott freaked out and attacked him. And you'll later see why. We'll explain why. So, he gets shot, Prescott gets shot and killed, and Ross is running. With Hill then arriving, someone's chasing him throughout the place, and Ross actually falls off, and holy cow, Ross is freaking, there's literally blood on his forehead. Oh geez, they went graphic with that. Yeah, this is gonna be graphic like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Anyways, we later learned that the person who was chasing him was actually Talos, and surprise, Ross is the scroll. Though to be fair, we weren't that surprised. Well, FGF wasn't that surprised. Because it's been a huge theory that Agent Ross was a scroll. And this just basically proves it. Which kind of questions us. When was Ross taken? Yeah, when was he taken? That's the real question. When was the guy taken? We never know when he could be taken. I wouldn't say he was taken in Wakanda forever. I don't think he was taken after that because of how... Well, could he? We honestly don't know when Agent Ross could have been taken. It could have been way before Civil War. It could have been after Wakanda Forever. It could have been during the blip. Maybe he wasn't blipped in. Or something. I don't know. Maybe he wasn't blipped in and they, he got taken while during the blip because a lot of people were dusted. Actually, this thing confirms that was Nick Fury who got dusted. It wasn't Talos in disguise. It was actually Fury himself. So anyways, they then call Fury in, returning from Saber. And they talk about all the stuff that's been going on and stuff. For Soren's dead and how Talos doesn't know where his daughter's at, Gaia, who both were from the Captain Marvel film. And talk about the main villain this thing we'll call Graphic. Actually, we should talk about the intro. Yes, that insane. They had an insane title sequence. It was very insane. Actually, what's scary is that we actually got a tweet saying that this thing was made by AI. Why? Why did they decide to use AI for this? You guys delayed the project. I thought it was just so you can get your artists to make this intro. If you don't know, Secret Invasion was supposed to come out in March, I think. But because of you guys complaining about the CGI and stuff, they delayed it. Though, to you guys, I feel like it's been a waste. Because the intro? Yeah. Or maybe they should get... why? I still don't get why they use AI. I don't know either. This is getting worrying. Let's not focus on AI crap right now. Let's just focus on... Wait, but we're AI. Dude, seriously? I mean, technically... Dude. Oh my... We're getting off track. Let's just summarize this. So... They talk about a bomb that's going on somewhere. We actually get cut to someone named Beto, who is he is going to some military place and is introduced by Gaia to this place. Beto's actually a scroll, and we basically see some weird scroll society on Earth called Skrullos. I think that's how they pronounce it. Where all the refugees are living. And I think Gravik has some type of plan or something. I'm not sure how to describe it, but basically all the humans would die. Simple as that. Yeah, and I think Guy is with them. Basically there's the ordinary Skrull people who live on Earth, and then there's the warriors who actually stay in human form because apparently the longer they stay in their human form, the more unrecognizable they'll be. So, anyways, we're back to Fury. Fury, Hill, and Talos, they are going to some art place to, I think, find someone. Gaia's also going there as well to, I think, get some bombs that he was been selling. So, Gaia gets there first, he gets the bombs, and then Talos and Fury and Hill go there next. And they try to interrogate him. The interrogation kind of failed because of how Talos was trying to fight him on his own, and they learned that he's a Skrull. So he tries to fight him on his own, but Fury decided to shoot him in the end, revealing that he is a Skrull as well. And Hill tries to chase some Gaia, who has the bombs throughout a metro, I think, some type of metro way, with Talos following after. And Talos sees Gaia, which we said is his daughter, and he basically tells her that her mother is dead. If you wonder who is Soren, we just said Talos, right? She actually was the one who disguised as Maria Hill, in Spider-Man Far From Home. So yeah, back to, I think, then we next see Fury, actually, I forgot to mention before that. Dang it, I forgot to mention something. Before Fury went on the mission, he actually got captured by, someone named Sonya Fallsworth, who is, also trying to deal with this Skrull invasion. And Fury tries to see if she'll help them, but she wants to do it. She thinks Fury cannot handle this, so she lets him go. Yeah, basically that. What's next? After Guy gets the bombs, I think Guy wants to talk to Talos alone, while Hill and Fury get a drink. And basically the whole thing is them talking about how Fury is not the same after the blip, which makes sense, you know. Yeah, you know, as you can see, this show actually shows Fury is a lot older, because he's basically limping and stuff, and so yeah, Fury is old since this. Anyways, and so Guy talks about the plan they're gonna have, the 3 bombs, with them having some Pacific pink, I forgot what it was. So then the next day, when Fury, Talos, and Hill had these cool special glasses that almost kind of similar to Tony Stark's glasses, and Spider and Peter Parker's glasses that they had in Infinity War, Endgame, and Far From Home. So we try to find the people. I think Guy's the one with the 2 bags, and then while Talos, and then she gives the bags to the other 2 people that Hill and Talos chase after, while Fury sees a random young girl, which is a Skrull, and he follows her, and she starts shaped into multiple forms until it's Graphic. Yeah, Graphic was the one disguised. They chase the other people who had the bombs and learn there's a decoy, which leads to Graphic freaking blowing up the place just like that. And out of nowhere, Fury, Graphic actually disguises himself to Fury to fool Maria Hill and then shot her. And she's dead, and that's how it ends. Yeah. Yeah, right off the bat, our main character's already dead. Actually, she wasn't actually included as a main character in the thing, which is kind of surprising. So yeah, pretty sure a lot of Maria films are gonna be very upset. Yeah, because it's actually been a while since we last saw her. Now already her return, and she instantly dies. Anyway, so yeah, so there's a lot to discuss. First of all, when this Skrulls decide to turn on each other, I think they said specifically during the blip, because of how Fury was gone, so some of them got really mad and decided to start taking over. I mean, it's been 30 years since they promised all this, so it makes sense. What else is there? Dang, I forgot. What's there need to talk about? Oh right, Ross being a Skrull. Also, dang, I forgot to also mention this. We also get to see what Rhodey's been up to. So yeah, those are the new Rhodey's in the show. And Rhodey is talking to the new president of the U.S., who is Riskin. Talk about how they know Fury has left Sable. So it looks like the thing of Nick Fury leaving Earth isn't like something private. It's like a known thing throughout the world. So I guess the world actually does know Fury's alive. That makes you wonder how the world's gonna actually turn against him. Well, I'm pretty sure they just showed up. I'm pretty sure they didn't want Fury to actually leave. Save her. So yeah, but let's talk about Ross being a Skrull. That is probably something big. Because we don't exactly know when Ross actually turned into a Skrull. Yeah, it's not known. Like we said, it could have been before Civil War. It could have been during Black Panther. Well, before, maybe after Black Panther. Our best hope is probably during the blip. I'm not sure it was confirmed if Ross was blipped or not, but if he wasn't, maybe what could have happened, because of how Hill, Fury, who else was blipped? I don't think Talos was blipped. Who else? Well, maybe Fury Hill and probably a lot of people were blipped. It gave the skulls a chance to attack a lot of other people and put them in disguise. Because we don't know how long any of these guys were, skulls for. And what else did it theorize? I don't know what else it theorize. Oh, we can talk about all the other people that could be skulls. Yeah, because we don't know who to trust. We don't know who any of these guys are skulls. First of all, Maria Hill's off the list. Yeah, she is not a skull. That's confirmed. Fury's, of course, not a skull. Taylor's, he is a skull, but he's one of the good ones, not the bad ones. Sonya Fallsworth? Not sure. I don't think she is. Gaia, yeah, she's a girl, but it looks like she's turning into one of the good skulls. Graphic, the main villain, so he's a skull. Rhodey, that's a good one. Yeah, there's a big theory that Rhodey's a Skrull. And we probably might find out next episode. Maybe. We know Rhodey and Fury are going to interact. That's confirmed. Yeah, that's confirmed. They are going to interact. Anyway, so if you remember from last episode, Marie Hill, died. Yeah, and we basically pick up right where we were at that. But first of all, we get a flashback. Yes, and the flashback, includes, takes place in 1997, 2 years after Captain Marvel, where Fury talks about, we actually meet Gravik as a, who the person who brought him says his parents, I think, died. So this confirms this, theory that's been going on that Gravik could be Fury's son, but now that's been disconfirmed. But anyways, Fury talks about how he wants the Skrulls to help him with some stuff, and Fury will help them find a planet home. As we of course know in present day, that hasn't happened. So basically, we picked off where we left off Fury. He's being taken by Talos, we later learn, but he's in disguise. Also, someone else gets captured, which he'll be important later on. The dude who gets kidnapped. Anyways, what happened? Oh god, what happened? Oh no. I think we had to first meet with Fury and Talos, or the news thing. Actually, I think it's the Talos, and we'll just talk about Fury and Talos first. So Fury talks about a little game that him and his mother used to play called, I think it was, what? Tell me something that I don't know. And Talos reveals that all of the Skrulls that are left are in Earth, and Fury gets really pissed about it, so they go their separate ways. With Gravik and Gaia, we see new. Actually, I think first we see the military getting Maria's body, and we actually see Maria's mother named Elizabeth. So yeah. Anyways, then we go to the news, where basically they talk about the attack, and basically the attack on Moscow, and apparently the Russians are blaming the Americans. Yeah. Anyways, after that, we later learn that everyone that did the news are actually Skrulls. Well, I won't say everyone, but we learned that they are Skrulls because we see some meeting where Gravik gets promoted to, I think, general. We did see one of the people there actually does not like Gravik being so she talks to Talos, and Talos wants to set up a meeting with Gravik. Simple as that. Then we see. Then Rhodey goes to I think London. I think they're all now in London, and they're talking about the attack on Moscow and they all think that Fury and Hill caused it or something, which explains the trailers why Fury's on the run. That's see why. Fury later wants the Rhodey to meet up with him, and that's what they do. And Rhodey talks about how he knows about the school invasion for 15 years. So yeah, Rhodey's nude about this. Though to be honest, it's kind of obvious if Rhodey knew about schools. Well, everyone knows about school. They just knew about the invasion that's coming. Yeah, and also this is something interesting. He says that because of this, they are causing War 3, which is actually something that we theorize about in Wakanda Forever. If you don't, well, to be honest, no one knows. FGF had a theory that because of the stuff that happened in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, it's gonna set up a World War 3 type film. And Secret Invasion is already just leading up to that. Which explains our theory for Black Panther 3. We think Black Panther 3 might be Thunderbolts 3 might be like the World War 3 type story that's going on, because that's literally what's happening here. Anyways, so Fury asks Rhodey for help, but Rhodey doesn't trust him, so he just sets him off away. Yeah, well, I'm not entirely sure if Rhodey is a Skrull. Fury said that the people who protected Rhodey are Skrulls, and so far this episode, I don't know if Rhodey's a Skrull. They didn't really have any proof. I didn't think it was Anakin sus. Speaking of that, Fury was so close to saying Among Us. Was he? Jesus Christ, what is with the focus on the camera? Fury was so close to saying Among Us. Jesus Christ, camera focus, for God's sakes. And, I'm just go here. What I meant to say is Fury was so close, and I mean very close, to saying Among Us. But he says amongst us. Not among us, just amongst us. Anyway, here's the important. So, remember that guy we talked about who's getting arrested? Well, he's actually being tortured in some meat place, and Sonya Fallsworth from the early episode comes in and decides to help out with the torturing. And immediately goes really graphic. She straight up cuts the dude's fingers, revealing that the guy is a Skrull. And then she injects him with some weird thing where basically, I don't know exactly how it is, but it looks like he now has forever pain or something. And she basically wants to know what the heck they're planning, because actually we actually see Gaia breaking in and seeing some doctors working on some weird giant thing. And the dude who tortures them, who Sonya tortures, said it's to upgrade the Skrulls, which definitely means Super Skrulls. And fun fact, we actually see Gaia looking into the resources, and I don't know all of them, but I remember seeing two specifically. Groot and Call Obsidian. Now, let's first talk about Call Obsidian. People said they saw something in the trailer that said Call, which people said is Call Obsidian, which those people looks like now are actually right. But what's more, well, we should talk about who Call Obsidian. He was one of Thanos' minions. But let's talk about Groot. How did they get Groot's DNA? I don't know. But the fact that they had Groot's DNA is crazy. I think we're gonna see someone that's gonna have the powers of Groot. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. That must be what the machine's for. It's gonna turn Graphic into a super soldier with Groot's powers. So anyways, Graphic and his minions actually break into the pork chop meat shop place and break the dude out of there. And they actually go to a forest and finish him off. Probably because he knew that he revealed too much, so either they knew he revealed too much or he was gonna die either way, so they, I don't know, something like that. I think it's because they knew he was, even though he pretended that he didn't reveal anything, but he revealed a lot of stuff. Yeah, he revealed a lot. Okay, so then in the end episode, Fury goes to this house and we see a Skrull that actually shapeshifts into someone else, and we actually learn that this is Fury's wife. Wait, what? Yeah, so Fury wasn't lying to Winter Soldier about him having a wife. So yeah. let's go theorizing about the thing with Groot. So we know from the trailers that DODC is going to be involved in this. Yes, that's true. And they have the cold thing. So are the Skrulls going to invade the DODC? I think that's going to happen. They're going to invade the DODC. They're going to turn Gravity to a Super Skrull. And yeah, that's all I can think about. What else could there be? Well, so far I don't see anything related to Dage Johnson yet. Though we gotta wait till next episode. People said that episode 3 is gonna be the one where Dage Johnson appears, but we'll just have to wait and see. She might even not be there. Yeah, I'm not sure how this is gonna happen. What else? Oh, I guess, well, we now know Maria Hill is permanently dead. It's not, she's not a Skrull. She's permanently dead. Let's go to use Tahiti. We still don't know if Atheist the Shield Lord is going to be involved in this. True. So far, it's not leading to any, Skrull invasion thing. Give a point. Man, this summary is way shorter than the other one. Well, that makes sense. We don't have that much to talk about than last episode. I guess we could talk about the theory about the World War III thing. Yeah, so like we said, when Black Panther Wakanda Forever came out, we noticed about how the US wants to wage a war in Wakanda. We thought this could lead to a war, some type of Black Panther World War III, which would be the third Black Panther film. And now seeing with Secret Invasion, that could actually happen. You never know what's gonna happen in Captain America Brave New World or Thunderbolts or whatever political content we're gonna see. Armor War, that's a perfect example. What else is there to talk about? What were the other two? Actually, you know what? We should go back and figure out what the other two experiments still were. Hold up a sec. Okay, so we have the scene here where Gaia is looking at it. So as you can see, the first one here is Groot, and we can see it looks like... Huh. What is that? Is that footage of Groot attacking Thanos? I'm not sure. We got a Frost Beast. I'm guessing that's something related to Jotunheim. I'm not sure. We see Obsidian, like we said. Let's see, who else is here? Oh, we see his hand. I can see his little hand. Hold up a second. Oh my... Okay, Extremis. Oh, what's this? Extremis. Oh, I don't know what it is. Oh, look! There's his hand. Huh. So we have Obsidian's hand and what is the Extremis? I swore I heard Extremis before. Extremis, I swear. I feel like Extremis... Oh, wait, are those Extremis the fire people? I don't think they're the fire people. I think, maybe, I don't know, hold up a second. Okay, the Extremis are the fire people from Iron Man 3. Oh, whoa. Okay, so we got Groot from Guardians. We got the Frost Beast, which must be something related to Jotunheim or some other realm. We got Obsidian from Thanos' army. Now we have Extremis from Iron Man 3. Wait a minute. Are they creating the Fantastic Four? No, I don't know. I don't think this is... I don't know, just... No, because the Super Skrull has the powers of the Fantastic Four. But yet, we're getting a lot of proof of this having Fantastic Four related stuff. Look up, Gravik had a elongated hand. Now we have the Extremis. Is Gravik gonna go on blazing fire like Johnny Blaze? I don't know, but... So it straight up starts off with Gravik showing the council, his plan, while Beto and 2 others go to, I think, some marine, Neptune... Basically, they're there to launch Neptune, I think. Basically, what Neptune is it some... I'm not sure what Neptune is, but if it gets launched, it will start World War III. That's basically it. And Gravik straight up told him that he plans on making Super Skrulls. We actually learn later in the episode that Gravik is already a Super Skrull itself, and we'll get to that soon. So after all that, we go to see a flashback in 1998 with Fury, going to meet, I guess, someone, and he later discovers Big Vara, and Vara talks about something involving Dreykov, which is you remember someone from Black Widow. So yes, finally a Phase 4 connection. Well, reference, because so far in the MCU, well, in the MCU, Phase 4 has barely been referenced, and this is the first one. So hopefully later in the phase we get a Captain America reference. Anyways, at the present day, we learn basically Fury's wife. I think her name is either Priscilla. I think Priscilla and Fury, catch up. And she says something about she became what she used to be. I'm not totally sure what that means at all. And anyways, Talos meets up with Graphic, and you look at some painting that involves World War One. They talk about something about how half of them did the pose and others did the killing or something. And during the meeting, Talos, when he tries to attack him, he learns that everyone else in the restaurant are actually Skrulls themselves. So make the meeting more complicated. I think they were talking about something about Skrulls and the stuff. I think the attack on Neptune. I think that's what we talked about. And then Talos stabs him in the hand, and we later learn. Well, we see him use the extremist abilities to heal himself. So yeah, if you don't know, as we talked about, Graphic is using the powers of Groot, the Extremist, a Frost Beast, and Cole Obsidian. Yes, and right now we know he has the Extremist powers. So anyways, I think then we cut back to Talos and Fury. They're able to team up again, and they're gonna go look for something. So they think they're gonna find a way to shut down Neptune. So they asked Sonya for who controls it, and it was someone named Bob. So they break into that place, and they and we later learn that one of the guards and Bob are Skrulls. And I don't think the sun is a Skrull. Pretty sure that's not it. Because later we see Talos call Guy to see if they can find the password. So yeah, Guy has actually turned good. I think that's what happened because in an earlier scene, Graphic thinks Guy was the one who called the police on them, which I think that's actually what happened. Anyways, back to what we're saying. So Gaia finds the real Bob, because the Bob that they were with is a Skrull, and the password is of course his son Zachary, and the bomb is disabled, with Gaia trying to run as fast as she can because now she's technically exposed. But then Gravik catches up with her and kills her? I'm not sure. I think, well, it's complicated because we know we're gonna see more of her because of trailer footage. I mean, there's already footage of her teaming up with Priscilla. But maybe she actually is dead. I mean, she did revert back to her Skrull form when she died, so you never know. Maybe this is where Tahiti might be involved. You mean that thing that was used to bring Coulson back to life? Yes. I guess it could, but I'm not entirely sure. And we see Priscilla finding some suitcase that just involves a gun, and that's how the episode ends. So yeah, let's talk about how Graphic's already a Super Skrull. Yeah, there's some reason already. So yeah, I guess then it only worked on Graphic. So maybe they must have tested way back then, but then it malfunctioned. They have to rebuild it all over again, so that everyone else can use it to become Skrulls. And the thing with Dreykov, I mean, we did learn that the reason why Fury is, all the way up in the ranks is maybe because of the Skrulls, which is true. That makes sense. Now, let's talk about the Daisy Johnson rumors. So this episode specifically is what people said she was gonna appear in. Either they could have been wrong, it was an other episode, or it's basically she's basically just not on the show at all. Who knows at this point? I don't know. Maybe the scenes where Gaia was in is actually Daisy Johnson. Nah, I don't think so. I don't think they'll take that much effort to edit all that. Yeah, so we're not sure what's gonna happen with Gaia in the other episodes, but yeah, that'll be there isn't really that much to talk about, as much. Oh, I guess we could talk about the person who called Priscilla in the end episode. I don't know why, but it sounded a lot like Rhodey. Yeah, it kind of did. Though we could be absolutely wrong. We start off with Gaia. Remember, she died last episode, but we found out she's alive. She, as everyone predicted, went to the thing, got herself extremist powers, and revived herself back to life. Then I think we cut to a flashback of Fury and Priscilla's during, I think, 2012. I don't remember if it showed the year, but I think it was 2000 after 2000. I think it was 2012, like after the Avengers movie. It was a flashback of that. It was about a poem that is what we talked about later. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was about if they're happy about what they did or something. Then we cut to Priscilla in a church with Rhodey, which he is a Skrull. I'm just gonna say it right now. He is a Skrull. He was the person. Rhodey was the one who called Priscilla at the end of the episode, and wow, I can't believe they just revealed that. Yeah, Rhodey's a Skrull. Not only that. Okay, well, we'll just. So they basically talk about how Priscilla has now been assigned to kill Fury. We later learn that Fury was listening to all of this. Then we see, I think, Gaia and Gaia and I think Talos about what they're gonna do once the thing's over. Gaia disagrees, so she leaves. Though I feel like she's gonna regret that the next episode, and you're gonna see why. And okay, let's think. Then we see Priscilla. Fury meets up with Priscilla, and it looks, and they're basically again talking about the poem and how Fury knows about everything, how Rhodey's a Skrull and decided to kill him, and it looks like Fury was ready, and they both shoot, but they don't shoot at each other like they may have thought we did. They just shoot at the wall. So it looks like Priscilla is on Fury's side, but now she's on the run, basically. And then we cut to a Skrull girl taking a shower, and we later learn this Skrull is actually Rhodey. She's the one personing as Rhodey. I don't think any of us saw that coming. So yeah, let's briefly talk about how long Rhodey could have been a Skrull. To be honest, I'd say it was before Falcon the Winter Soldier. I'm just gonna say it. I'll just say that because I don't think they're gonna say it was gonna be super recent, because then that would kind of ruin it. If they said it was before Falcon and Winter Soldier, then that would be reason. I don't think they'll take it way back. Actually, they cannot because of as we later see in the episode, Talos actually gets injured and he's slowly turning back into his Skrull form, which looks really disturbing to look at. So yeah, we get scene of Talos slowly turning back into his normal self after he gets shot at one point, which we'll explain later. And if Rhodey was a Skrull during Civil War, then we would have seen him slowly turn into a Skrull there. So that confirms Rhodey was not a Skrull in Civil War. That confirms Ross was not a Skrull in Black Panther because he also got injured there. So I'm gonna say that Rhodey became a Skrull before Falcon Winter Soldier, and Ever Ross became a Skrull before Wakanda Forever. Maybe. That's what I think. I don't think they... Actually, with Ross, we didn't see Ross at Endgame, so he could have been a Skrull after Black Panther. Maybe. But we're not sure. Anyways, let's talk about, what happens next. So, Fury meets with Rhodey again, and Rhodey actually has footage of Graphic pretending to be Fury killing Maria Hill, and, yeah. So, yeah, but Rhodey does not, what should I say? Reveal it because, I'm guessing because he's trying to pretend that they're friends. Though, Fury already knows he's a Skrull. He's just... and, also, Rhodey gets, drunk because Fury gives him some type of thing. I forgot what it was. Anyways, here's the next part. This one is the same. It's the highlight of the whole episode. Probably the whole show now. To me, at least. Basically, the President, Riskin, is on a car ride to speak to the Russians about the attack. And then Gravik and his forces, you're gonna see that they're planning on sabotaging it and trying to kill the President. And they specifically have to pretend that they're Russians. They're doing this because they're trying to start World War III, if you remembered. So they have to pretend that they're Russians so that they can cause World War III. So they went and missile shot the whole thing, and it goes on to a full-on battle. Them shooting at each other, and it's intense with them shooting missiles at the helicopters, and then them shooting at the car with President getting injured. He's not dead. Just to let you know, he's just unconscious, with Fury and Talos coming in to rescue the President, with Talos getting shot, and I said him slowly turn back so he can save the President from inside the car. Fury breaks in. When Gravik learns Fury's there, he actually decides to reveal that he has Groot powers. So yeah, like we said in episode 2, the Super Skrulls are gonna have the powers of Groot, Frost Beast, the Extremis, and Cole Obsidian, and we're already seeing a few of these powers. And alright, so someone comes in and grabs Talos, and Fury already knows that this is a Skrull that's grabbing Talos, and it is Gravik, and he kills Talos. Yeah, Talos is dead. Yep. Though, to be honest, the trailers, we kind of saw this coming, to be honest. I think this is the death that at least most of us knew was going to happen, to be honest. Because the trailers kind of revealed to it. Because we do see a screen of a guy or mourning someone in the trailers, and now, we definitely now know that is Talos. So we're going to see that in episode 5. And then Fury actually shot him. Actually really grabbed. He shot some of his face off, which is really disturbing. Kind of similar to the stuff that we saw in Suicide Squad. And then of course Gravik heals himself with it, and Fury now finds out that they have powers. This probably gonna shock Fury a lot, that they have the powers of things that Fury might recognize, because I'm pretty sure Fury knows about the Extremis. So yeah, he's not gonna... So yeah, and that's how the episode ends. So yeah. So let's talk about some stuff. So Guy has Extremis powers. Gravik, we know so far, has Groot and Extremis powers. Talos is dead. So yeah, Gravik is not gonna be in the Marvels. So yeah, that means that's definitely gotta be the real Fury in the Marvels. People said that it could have been Talos, but that's definitely just confirmed. What else do we know? We do know that we know DODC is gonna get involved somehow. We know there's gonna be a scene with the DODC. We just don't know when it's gonna come. It's gonna come soon. Episode 5, I'm sure. And we know Fury is gonna be on the... If you know what happened to President, Fury actually saves him. So the President's now with Fury. What is that in the next episode? The President thinks Fury did all this and puts the blame on him, because we do know Fury's gonna be chased by a few people. And Rhodey clearly says himself at some point that he is the most wanted male on the planet, which we didn't heard of yet, but looks like it's now going to happen here. So yeah, what else to talk about? I don't think there's nothing that else to talk about yet. Though, I'm not entirely sure how this is gonna lead to President Ross, because we know Thunderbolt Ross is gonna become the president, but Riskin's not dead yet, so let's just start this up with crap, what was the biggest scene again? Oh right, it was Fury taking the president to the hospital because he was getting injured, and he was trying to convince, and why that he was trying to convince him that Rhodey's a scroll and stuff, but I don't think he listened. Then I think we get to Gravik, where he basically the scrolls were starting to betray him, and one of them was telling him that they should not, and then Gravik just killed him. I think it was Pagan, I think. Yeah, Pagan's dead. And then he calls Rhodey, or Rava in this case, because Rava's pretending to be Rhodey, and he says something about how they're gonna... Basically, Gravik's plan now is to get World War III, that he's gonna make sure the president knows about Skrulls and that they're working with the Russians so that they plan on bombing where the Skrulls live. Yeah. That's his new plan to start World War III. So... Anyways, we didn't get to Rhodey come into the hospital, and then Fury, of course, talks to him. But Rhodey straight up says that he's about to release the footage of him killing Maria Hill, even though that's supposed to be Gravik, and Fury had to leave. Now Fury is on the run, basically. Yeah, Fury is on the dang run. Right off the bat, he is on the run. Which is kind of interesting, because you know how I wish he thought Fury would be on the run? How come? It was because of how everyone thought Fury was dead, and they did not like how he faked his death. But I'm guessing they were fine with that. But now they're not going to be fine with Fury killing Hill. They're not going to be happy with that. Anyways, what's next? Well, we didn't get to another scene with Beto talking to Gravik. It seems fine, but it was just a plan to betray Gravik. But of course, because Gravik has he's a super Skrull, he uses freaking Groot powers to, well, I wouldn't say it was all Groot powers. It was just super strength and Groot powers to just detain them all and kill Beto and his team that were trying to defend him. Yeah, so yeah, basically Gravik's gone insane. Yeah, Gravik's gone them insane. Anyways, what's next? Fury then meets up with Gaia, who already knows Tails dead, and she basically tells Fury about what Gravik's been planning with the powers, and how he needs something called the Harvest, which is basically, I think, the Avengers' DNA. So basically, Thor, Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, who else? Widow, Hawkeye, Wanda, Pietro. I think all those guys. Oh, I don't think Pietro. Oh, you never know. Fury might have went in and got Pietro's DNA. You know, all that sort of stuff. Oh, God. And, yeah, that's why, that explains the trailer about Fury saying that he has something that they need, which was the Harvest. So, Fury leaves, and with Gaia going to bury Tails' body, and with Priscilla. So, Gaia gets Tails' body, gives it to Priscilla, and wow, we're Sonya, who actually goes to someone, I forgot the name of them, but he goes in, he shoots their hand, revealing them as a dang Skrull, which leads her to Dalton, where she is basically figuring out all the stuff for you know, the Super Skrull thing. And she sends this stuff to Rhodey, which was by mistake, because she doesn't know she's a Skrull yet until Fury tells her later on in the episode. Which leads to Rhodey telling Fury about, well, not Rhodey telling the President, Riskin, about the plan to freaking nuke the place, which would start World War III. So yeah, that's gonna be happening. We then lead to Gaia burying Talos, and that stuff, and then it leads to a full-on attack by the Skrulls, where it's full-on gunshot thing, another insane gunshot moment. Yeah, basically that. Then next, we actually see Fury on a jet, And here's the crazy thing. This person, we see this person, you probably not remembered him, but this was the guy from Black Widow, actually, who helped Natasha with her being on the run. Yeah, same dude. Crazy. Not only that, right after, we see Fury using those cloaks, those Black Widow cloak things, in order to get out of the airport. Yeah, there's been a lot of connections to Black Widow. Crazy. Who knows? Maybe even Red Guardian might appear in the end of this, or Elena. But we're not sure. Anyways, so we get to Fury with Sonya, and they're going to Finland. Basically, where he kept the harvest and one of his graves. So yeah, Fury has a lot of graves, apparently. Not just two, many graves. And he basically has the harvest, and then he gears up back to his old coat and his eye patch and his gun. And he tells someone, get ready. Now, and then that's how the episode ends. Now, I'm not entirely sure who is this. What do you mean? I'm not entirely sure who is gonna be this, I wonder if people are gonna get crazy about talking about who are they saying get ready. It could be Gaia. Yeah, it could just be Gaia. Because we know Gaia's gonna be in this place, I think. Along with Sonya and her crew. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the DODC is actually coming to New Skolos. Because we haven't seen that scene of, the DODC getting Cole Obsidian's DNA. I think... Is the DODC gonna raid the place? They probably will. Either that or a flashback. We're not entirely sure. But there may be one theory. There's gonna be a lot of theories whose Fury is saying this. One theory that I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna say is that it's gonna be the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And they're gonna be here with Fury. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if that would be true. That would be insane if that's who he's talking to. Who knows? It could be Monica. It could be Carol. It could be anyone at this point. But, it starts off with Fury calling his wife. And he's in an alleyway. That will be important for later on. I'll tell you why. And then we see him go, calling his wife about, I don't know what they were talking. Damn it, I already forgotten. I think about how they're gonna... No, this is already a terrible summary, I'm sorry. Anyways, well, Fury is going to the, military. He surprised them by using a self-driving car and shoots the two soldiers to protect it. And it's just him walking there. And as he's walking there, the whole place is, like, abandoned. Well, I wouldn't say abandoned, but, like, no one is there. Literally, everyone is gone. We don't know why and where all the skulls went. We know they went somewhere, we just don't know where. And it's all just Gravik. And while the Fury is, coughing a lot because it's a radioactive place. He can't handle being there. So yeah. And basically, all Fury, basically they were talking about how, about how the person that Gravik killed, well, the person he's disguising as, was the first person Gravik actually killed. And they also talk about how Fury puts his trust in him, and how the blip screwed up Fury's plans, which it screwed up everyone's plans. Let's be real. And let's see. So then Fury shows him the harvest. While that, before we get to the harvest, we got Sonya Fallsworth is telling Rhodey, or Wava, in this case, that about something about Fury, about something with the scrolls, and he constantly tells the president that he has to, bomb the whole place. And because of this call that Rhodey got, he decides to move the president up, and while that, the president's men actually get shot, which leads to Sonya Fallsworth, I think, pointing a gun at Rhodey, and basically because she knows that he's a scroll after Fury telling her that. So while that, Fury actually, Rava checks the harvest to see if it's real, and it is. There are so many of them. Here's what I can remember. I saw Drax's. I saw Drax. I saw Star-Lord, I think. I saw Winter Soldier, Captain America, Hulk. Basically, everyone's DNA was in there, and it had all of their powers. There's so much more. But anyways, after that, Gravik goes in to turn it on, and for some reason, Fury is in the reactor. Surprisingly, out of nowhere. And, yeah, and then we see Gravik literally turn into Skrull Hulk. And freaking, Fury, freaking tackles on Fury, but we later learn Fury also has the powers. And he freaking Hulk punches him out of the building because that wasn't actually Fury, that was Gaia. Fury was actually going to the hospital with Sonya to out Rhodey as a Skrull, basically. And while they're about to launch the nuke to the Skrull place. And then you have this insane battle between Gaia and Rhodey with them basically using the powers of most of the Avengers. Well, actually it was more of the Guardians than the Avengers. We see Gaia use one of them uses Drax's hand. They use the Frost Beast powers. Gaia actually uses Ghost's powers. Who else? We saw Cole Obsidian powers, Groot powers. A source. Oh wait, Grav actually uses Ebony Maw's powers. So yeah, not only the Avengers, but also Thanos' people. Wonder if they also have Thanos' DNA. Maybe I even saw Thanos' powers. I'm not sure. But yeah, and then later in the end, we learned they also have Captain Marvel's powers. And here's the thing, while they're flying up the sky, Gaia actually uses Mantis' sleep powers. And then in the end, and Gaia, I think, uses the Ice Beast powers to stab it, and Gravik's dead. With Fury shooting Skrull Rhodey, revealing that he was a Skrull the whole time. And then here comes the other part. Gaia now comes into freeing all the people who have been Skrulls, and we see Ross and Rhodey. Now, Ross, I'm not entirely sure when he was a Skrull, but Rhodey, I definitely know. While he was there, he was wearing a patient outfit. You know, those... And where was the last time we saw him with a patient outfit? Civil War, when he got blasted by Vision's beam. Which means he's been a Skrull since Civil War. Damn. We're gonna have to look back in Infinity War, Endgame, and Winter Soldier, and even the end of Civil War, to see how that might have not been the real Rhodey. And also the president, Winston, after this, actually now was calling about now Skrulls being on the run. Winston wants all the Skrulls gone now. And we actually see the result of it. Basically everyone's in there. They're now random vigilante shots of people shooting a lot of people. Some of them being Skrulls, but some actually being real people, I think. So yeah, the world is in chaos. And Fury basically says one president term, because Rich is gonna get replaced by Thunderbolt Ross in Brave New World. Basically that, and then Fury leaves with Vara now in the ship. Yeah, that happens, and then Guy joins Sonya Falsworth, and they actually discover more people being taken. So yeah, And that's how the show ends. Yeah, there's no post-credit scenes. But let's theorize this. How does this lead into Brave New World? Well, obviously what Fury's saying, the one president term. How does this lead to the Marvels? Fury says that the Kree were actually thinking about a peace term with the Skrulls, which makes sense because they did a peace term with the Xandarians, so they probably would do the same thing with the Skrulls. Which will probably be something we'll explore in the Marvels in November. And what else? Can we just talk about how Guy is now one of the most strongest Avengers now? Oh yeah, basically. Wonder how they're gonna react. Specifically the Guardians of the Galaxy, because I saw them using specifically those powers. It's specifically. Yeah, that's true. I mean, they were using Winter Soldier, Captain America powers. We saw that, but mainly they were Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, how are they gonna react? I'm not sure, but what else is there we could talk about? We could talk about how this leads into Armor Wars. With Armor Wars most likely to be about Rhodey dealing with the fact that he's been gone for like a while. And I mean a while. Probably more than more than all the other guys who were blipped. Like how long was he gone for? 7 years. 7 years. Actually, now time to think of it, with the plus added 3 years, it's actually 10 years he's been gone. 10 years? Yeah, 10 years. That's double the amount of that blip. Anyways, now let's rank this. I think I'll put it between Homecoming and Love and Thunder. I think. Yeah, I think that's 11th place, I'm not sure. But I think that's where I put it. And yeah, there's the ranking. And that's Secret Invasion. Hope you enjoyed the 6-part. I hope you enjoyed our summaries. We're actually gonna do something later on next week. We're gonna merge all the episodes into one video if you want to see just one. And so yeah, also next up on October 6th, Loki Season 2. That's coming out, so prepare for October 6th. Or if you want, you can watch Ahsoka in a month, August 23rd. Though I'm more excited for, I'm still excited for Ahsoka because that's gonna have a lot of Star Wars Rebels lore in it. But I'm really Loki Season 2 because it's a sequel to a Disney Plus show. We haven't gone that. So yeah, that'll be it, the video. Hope you all enjoy. Please subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody!